Hello friends, I welcome you all to our second session of Excel functions series. A list of functions that we plan to cover as part of this series is shown here. In this session, we will learn about three Excel's inbuilt functions: count, count A and count blank. So what do these functions do? Starting with count, it counts the number of cells in a given range that have numeric values only. Moving to count A, it counts the number of cells in a given range that are not empty or blank. Then count blank, it counts the number of cells in a given range that are empty or blank. Let us discuss the data. In our case, it is the inventory data, and let's get some idea of it. We have taken retail grocery shop as our business use case, and the screenshot of the worksheet shown here has the inventory details such as product ID, product name, product category, product subcategory, brand, unit cost price, and available inventory. The column product ID assigns a unique item ID to each product present in the system. Also, we can see from the data that product ID is of alphanumeric format. Moving ahead, this data also tells us about the product category and sub-product categories. It captures unit cost price and available inventory. Unit cost price and available inventory, we can see that it is having numeric values in the cells. We can also see that there are some anomalies, like in the case of row 1 for unit price, the data is missing. There are few queries from our business stakeholders. Let us discuss them one by one and try to answer these queries using count, count A and count blank functions. Starting with the first query. Here the business stakeholders wants to know the count of unique products or items present in the system. As mentioned, product ID has unique value assigned to each and every product present in the system. Also, we can see that product ID is of alphanumeric type. To find the answer of the business stakeholder query, there are two ways. The first one is manual, and the second one is using the predefined functions of Excel. So since the data size is small, in this scenario, we can count the number of unique IDs by simply selecting column B and checking the value of count which is being shown on the status bar. So what is happening here? When we are selecting column B, it is counting all the cells present in column B that have any value entered or attached to it. We can see here row number 1 of column B, or the cell B1, is having a value which is not a valid item ID for any product. Hence, our final output should be 26 minus 1. That is, we are saying that we should not consider B1 cell in our count of unique products. Now, if our data size increases and we want to automate this calculation to remove the manual intervention, we can achieve this by using inbuilt Excel functions. Since we are using the Excel functions for the first time in this series, let me show you how a formula or a function is applied to any given cell. To add a formula or a function in a cell, first select the cell, then double click the cell, enter the equal to sign, enter the function name. Here Excel itself gives you a list of arguments required for running the function. Since we want to count the number of unique products, our input argument would be column B. Then let us close the function and press enter. The output which we got after using count function is 0, and we all know that this is not the correct output. Let us now try solving this using count A function. So again, follow the same steps. Select the cell, double click the cell, then equal to, then count A, which is the function, and then the arguments. Input arguments here will remain the same, that is column B is our input argument. Now we got the count of unique products as 26. here we have to understand that while applying the formula, we selected the complete B column and it counted all the cells that have some values assigned to it. But this product ID should not be considered, which is the cell B1 should not be considered. Hence, we will have to update the formula and subtract 1 from it, as we are not considering cell B1, which is not a valid item ID. And the answer comes out to be 25, which means there are 25 unique products or items that are present in the system. And this matches with our earlier answer when we did it manually. Now moving to the second business stakeholders query. Here, the business stakeholder is asking us to count the products that have valid inventory quantity. It's either in numbers or in decimals only. So let us try solving this problem using the count function first. The inventory quantity is present in column number H, hence our input argument for the count function becomes the column H. The output came out to be 22. What if I apply count A function here? Again, the input argument remains column H. Here I am getting the value as 25. Now which one is correct? Since the data size is small, let us quickly do a manual check for the business user query. We can see here that most of the rows, either they are numbers, integers, or they are decimal. But there is one row which is blank, then we have another row which is having text value as null, and then we have a third cell with text value as 5 kg. These are not numbers, hence our output would be 25, which is the total item IDs present in this sheet minus 3, and hence the output should come out to be 22. This way we can say that count function is working properly and the count A function is giving us a wrong value. So what is happening here? Let us understand now. The answer lies in the definition itself. Count counts the number of cells in a given range that have numeric values only. So the count function counts only the numeric value. And if we see here, all the cells starting from row 2 of column H are having number and decimal values except for item ID 1018, item ID 1022 and item ID 1024. Hence, now we understand that the count function only considers the cells that have numeric value assigned to them. The values which are in the text form or the cells which have no value assigned to them, they are not considered as part of the count function. Now, if we use count A, we saw that the answer is not correct. Let us quickly check the definition of count A again. The count A function counts the number of cells in a given range that are not empty or blank. So we now understand that for count A, we just need to count the number of cells in a given range that have a value assigned to it. So here in column H, starting from cell H1 to the cell H26, we have 25 cells that have some value attached to it, which includes this cell as well. But there is one cell which is H19 which has no value assigned to it. Hence 26 minus 1 gives you 25, and that is the number which was given as an output to us. Now moving to the third query, where business stakeholders want to know the number of products that have missing value in unit price column. This can simply be achieved by applying COUNTBLANK function on column G. Do not select the complete range of column G, only select the range which you want to consider. So in our case, we want to consider the range from G2 till G26, and we can see that in the data there are 2 cells that have missing values. Hence we got the output as 2, which is the correct output. Friends, in the next session we will continue with the remaining function. Thank you all for watching this video. Please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications.